New team and a new manager. Tell us a little bit about you as a manager and being here with the Zephyrs.
Well, first of all, I mean, this is as any baseball guy or fan, this is a special time of year. I think everybody has the same type of feeling. You feel like we're in first place, man. Like everybody's at that point where you have everything set in front of you. You're excited. You've had a long spring training waiting to get here. Me as a manager, the players will dictate that. I always say that. Like, the players are going to dictate what type of manager I am. They go out and compete and are tough and fun to watch, then I'm going to feel pretty good about what I'm doing. That kind of sums it up, I think, at this time of year.
As usual, go ahead, Derek.
The rotation looks like, a lot of familiar faces, but you guys have some nice arms in that rotation.
Yeah, I think it kind of sums up our organization right now. Our pitching depth is getting a lot of play, as it should. And you see our rotation, a lot of guys that have had prior success. Flynn was here last year, PCL Pitcher of the Year. And it's not great for him to start back in the PCL, but, the future's bright for him. He's still young, has a lot of time. Adam Conley up from AA. Then you go Villanueva, Evans, and Jared Rogers, all guys that have had success. And our bullpen, too. I think a lot of people, it's a pretty well-kept secret in our bullpen. There's a lot of power arms down there, guys that can be impact-type arms in the big league. So we're excited, as is everybody this time of year.
Run scoring has been a little bit of an issue here the last couple of years. Candle power, the lights improved this year. I know players probably noticed that already. How much of a factor could that be in improving hitting?
Well, I know our hitting coach noticed it. Damon Miner last night right away said, "Hey, man, look at the lights. They're better." And I said, "Damon, I've been here like 30 seconds, so, I don't know compared to last year. But, no, I've heard this is a pitcher's park, and, we'll see. Like I said, I haven't seen it, but, I think a big thing for a hitter, our park in Miami is the same. I think that's a message we can preach. You talk to our hitters in Miami, that park is very, very big for a major league park. So we'll preach the same message. Have good at-bats, just play. Don't let the park affect you. And anybody will tell you, and, even our major league park, you want your home park to help you. You don't want it to be a detriment. We want that to hurt other teams when they come in here. We're going to use that as our strength, and it's certainly not going to be a crutch for us.
AAA, your first time here. It's an eclectic level, obviously, of prospects, of the guys that have been there, done that, and the other guys that are kind of in the middle. You have to be more of a people manager as much as a ball club manager here?
Yeah, I think so. I think when you sum it up, you're a little more of a supporting role. Guys have been through more in their careers. They've been through a lot to get to this level, versus if you're in the lower levels, guys are trying to figure it out, and you're basically telling them what it's about. So here, you're more supporting for them. I respect a lot what they've been through, but my passion is not going to change. My passion is to compete and have a team that's fun to watch. I've told all you guys over and over again, and I'll keep preaching it. So, that part of me is never going to change. I think it's more, giving them some space and realizing that you trust them a lot more just because of the battles they've been through.
You go a little longer with a pitcher to see if you can get out of a jam than you would normally if you're in the big leagues, I say.
Yeah, good question. I think it all depends on the guy. I think when you're watching the game, there's nights you kind of do what's best for the player sometimes in the minor leagues, and I think there's nights you do what's best for your club that night. In the big leagues, you're doing what's best for your club every night. And there's some nights you're gonna test a guy. It might not be best for your club that night, but it's going to help you in the long run. It's going to be very beneficial to that player. And that's a tough balance, as a minor league manager. I think you're always trying to keep that big picture in mind, but I'm very competitive, and I think that's probably a tough balance for anybody at this level.
Given the nature of this league and how spread out it is, and some of the cold weather cities, it's good to be opening at home, right?
Yeah, I looked at that schedule. We go to Des Moines, Iowa, middle of April, and I wanted to talk to the guy that scheduled that. Say, hey, man, it might snow. And coming out of Jupiter, that's going to be a little bit of a shock because it's been hot down in Jupiter. But I look forward to all these cities. I see them and hear a lot of good things. And everybody talks about how tough this travel is. And I said, you're forgetting I've been on a bus, for plenty of hours. So that plane, I don't think it's going to affect me in the least.
Can you talk a little bit about some of your position players, maybe even start a third, where we got a chance to see Zach Cox for like a week last year. He's a guy, Arkansas guy. Fans, I think, around here familiar with him. Yeah,
he's kind of, I wouldn't say gotten lost the last couple of years, but you haven't heard a lot about him. He had a great spring. I was very impressed with Zach. And, he's got a big pedigree out of Arkansas, was considered, I think, the premier hitter in the whole country, coming out of college. And we got him in a trade with St. Louis, had a great camp. Juan Diaz, a shortstop we signed as a minor league free agent. Another guy made a good impression. A lot of our guys have. You got Other guys we've gotten, Josh Rodriguez, Taylor Harbin. You go to Justin Bohr at first base. All impressive-looking players. You go in the outfield. You got Marisnik coming down. I mean, this guy's ceiling is through the roof. I don't want to put a label on a guy, but this guy's got a lot of potential to be a great player. I can go on and on. Catching-wise, we got Brantley back and Kyle Skipworth, who, Kyle's a first-round pick, and he's going to be fighting for playing time. And, I still think he's going to have a great year. So there's a lot of depth. It's a good group. Like I told him a couple nights ago, it's a fun group. I got a great impression by them. They have a little edge to them, which I like, and they're fun. And I think it's going to be a great group to watch play.
Who's going to be your opening day starter?
Well, Brian Flynn. I'll let the cat out of the bag. Unless Miami calls me and changes it. I'll say Brian Flynn, and, well-deserved. I mean, he's PCL Pitcher of the Year. That shouldn't be a big surprise to anybody. But, we look forward to giving Flinner the ball. And I watched him in big league camp. He got better and better as camp went on. He's going to be ready to go. And, we're excited.
Thanks, Coach.